this is an ongoing series. Every year they put them out at Five Below. For the last few years, I've noticed that there's always a carryover figure. This one and this year is the Flame Trail Phoenix, which was out last year. I feel like the Fireborn Dragon was also out previous year, but I got it anyway because it's got a lot of mixel joints. And Cybersaurus Rex is another one that may have had a different color iteration. I know I've made these calls like 1,000 times, it seems like. So let me aim this down a little bit. Let me get some cleaned up around here. We got some other things going on in the background. I bought this to go on pants on my dude here. Obviously not the shoes. I think the pants are separate, so let's try those out real quick. I know this might yet take a little bit longer than I want it to. See, they're black and sparkly, so I think they look like they would go with something spacey, and they're kind of tighter. So we'll try those on him at another time, maybe. Not right now. I don't feel like doing this. I also got an Aquaman. I got this for the Hot Wheels car. Put inside the thing, and then let's put all the previous Black Tech. This guy, for instance, is the coolest one, and all the little clear dudes, except for the him. He's not part of that, and Ninja Dude is not part of that, so I'll put them back up there. And here is the fire truck that I said I could probably, do some kind of mock of the two of these. So that's for a later day. Later days and later nights. All right, so we got this interesting blue, very interesting color spider. There's a rider it comes with. Now, they used to give the riders names. Let's see. It says one rider. Let's see if there's a name anywhere. This is the SKU for it. So this is the, where's the copyright? 2025 RMS. RMS does a lot of stuff. Here's the 4 different ones. I don't see a name for him anywhere on here. It says one spider mount up build, one figure, one instructions, and weapons horde. Weapons horde? Huh? Anyway, so interesting name though. Code Breaker Tech-Rantula. Huh? Some interesting names that they're starting to give them instead of Fiery Phoenix or something, So I'm just zipping off the plastic thing. And thanks for those who asked. My finger is doing a little bit better. It didn't hurt right then. It should have hurt when I stuck it in there. Got one. Hey, Heroes Fire Comics, what's up? I hope I didn't miss any other comments because sometimes I'm not looking at this. Plus, this tripod's a lot higher than the other one. So I'm going to stick this up here so I can keep an eye on it as I'm building so I won't deviate too much. Of course, the instructions are going to go over all this stuff over here, including my little guy, but I'll do that later, maybe. I'm supposed to be getting a package today, but I have my serious doubts. Sometimes it'll say I'm getting a package, but it's still being processed somewhere in transit. I'm like, so it's going to get to the town tonight, but not to my mailbox. Here's all the pieces. I always get people asking me, do you have any instructions for these? So here's what I'm doing. You can take a snapshot of your screen right now. Here's 1 through 9. And then 10 through 21, but skipping the bottom half because of the way it's made. It's top down, top down. All right, so people who ask me, do you have instructions for that? There's the instructions. The bags are still not numbered. That blue is a neat blue. I really dig it. This is the weapons horde they're talking about. It comes with every set that's ever been. So it's just the same weapons over and over again. So we get a crossbow, like a literal crossbow, not a bow and arrow, a scimitar, a one-sided axe, and a lance. All right. Framey's got a battle axe, which is a double-sided axe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I don't have another color plate. I've got to invest in some like other ones, like pink or something, because this is going to be blue on blue. It's not going to be that many pieces. Like, this was one of those Chinese sets with like 500 pieces. There's no way. I could not do it on this plate, but I think I can do this on this plate. All right. It's not very... See, the instructions are kind of small, and it's only... How many pieces is this? 120 pieces. Here's the little dude. The dude are just the exact same as those laser dudes I did yesterday. Same kind of body configuration, but you got to completely assemble him. I hate all these bags. All right. last piece did not want to come out. Okay, so here's all the pieces. Let's go ahead and build the dude. He's got a cybernetic eye. He looks exactly like the oh, do I have one of them with me? The Mike Powers face. Oh, I got that in the mail. The last one that they accidentally stiffed me on, forgot to send it. They didn't do it on purpose. They just accidentally did it. They sent it in the mail, and it came yesterday, and my throat is getting dry suddenly. We have so much pollen down here. So look, it's Mike Powers. Wow. And this one's got a green eye, and I'm getting the green eye one tonight, or not tonight. I got it last night. I just haven't bothered to open it. It's like, yeah. I don't have a body for it right now anyway. There are some bodies on eBay that you can get, like 5 bodies for $4, $40. $4 would be great. I don't know. They're Migo bodies. So here's the helmet that goes with him. Oh, the helmet looks new. I've never seen this one. It's got a skull on it. So it's interesting looking. I like that. And let's see if I can find his arms and legs. Oh, they're going to blend in too well. Here's his crotch. Crotch can go either way, so I'm going to just put it this way. And then you put the legs on the crotch, and they're only drilled on one side. Sometimes they drill on both sides. Just put them halfway and then push in. So I can push from both sides. There we go. Yeah, not the greatest bodies in the world. The arms, I always feel like there's a slight curve to them, but I think they're not. But I think it's just an illusion to my brain. The bottom are blue. Oh, here are the hands. Get the arms all the way in. And there's another gray arm here. There it is. And of course he has a battle axe, which is a 2-sided axe. Don't ask me why. Alright. Get his arm in there. And then here's his weapon. He also comes with a sword. I think all of them come with weapons and swords. The picture shows him using the lance. I'm just going to put him to the side because it doesn't really matter at this point. They also show him riding, which is completely clearly. There's no way that he could straddle that. So these are always a computer generated, you can tell. It's like, and plus the arms, they don't bend like that. This is clearly a computer generated model because the arms do not have articulation like that. There's a ball joint, but it does not bend that 90 degrees right there. His legs don't come apart like that at all. They're like Lego figures. So, yeah, you're getting a little lied to by the cover, but oh well. Okay, so to build this first part, you got to put these overlapping each other. The top one has just a plain 1x2, and the bottom has the eye. It looks like eyeballs. Oh, I scared everybody away with my boring monotone voice. All right, click, clickety click. You got to really squeeze these plates together. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a bunch of the eyes going down pieces. So the opposite of this. Okay, I'm not sure because there's only these pieces so far I've seen. I need the exact opposite of this, where the eyes go down, not up. Found one. I need 2 of them. I need 4 of them according to this. Okay. Okay, so this is where it's like it would really help me if I had a different color plate. This is a really nice blue. I don't know if it's coming out in the camera, but it's gorgeous. I like blue. Like this color of blue, like it's teal. This is more, I guess, aqua colored. And then a 2x2 flat. All right, so here's step number 2. Step number 3, we're now going to use a 2x3 to fill in the gap down there. And then we're going to do the exact opposite of what we've just been doing. We're going to put the up ones right here. So we're just building a side build, basically. These pieces come in really handy for other mocks if you want to build them. I wish we had those when I was a kid, because the idea of side building was just something that we didn't do when I was a kid. Like the Technic pieces are close as we can get, and they were usually just axles and stuff for wheels. All right, so this is step number 3 complete. We have to just build basically the side thing here so we can put on a block later. All right, the next thing, we got a wedge piece like this, and it's going to go right here. And then we got the thing right here. I think the piece that's going on is one of those ones that reverses the polarity, like male to male. Like, nope, it's actually just flat. because it doesn't show the bottom of it. So it's like, I'm not sure. This goes on the end right here, or the front. I can't tell. I guess it's the front. All right, so this is step number 20, or number 20. Step number 4. All right, step number 5, we have a longer piece. It looks more like a knight's armor piece from those knights. That's the first time I remember seeing this piece right here. Because most of the time it came on their legs. Wow, it really does like close it in there. I didn't think it would be that close. That's interesting. So we another 2x3 right here. And it goes right there. And then on the very end, we have the eyepiece going down right here. Okay, so this is the continuation. This is step number 5. Step number 6, we're going to use 2 of the little, looks like a housetop pieces. Okay, this piece right here. And it appears it's going to be like shells, or like scales, not shells, off of a dragon. Here's the other one. Those 2. And then there's going to be a flat piece going right here. Don't know why you need that when you could have just put the other pieces on there. All right, on the next piece, we're going to have a 4x2 and 2 of the shingle pieces is what we used to call them. I don't know what they're called nowadays. These are like, these have been around forever. The pieces in my hand right now on the left side. We got this. And we have a cap to cap it off. We got fly in here because I got the door wide open. Just letting all the bugs in. We have cats. They usually it's fun to watch the cats go after them at night. All right, so we got that much built. That's step number 7 complete. Step number 8, we put it to the side. We're going to be building some pie pieces, and we're going to put a thing in the middle that has a bump up. Yep, there we go. So we're going to need 8 of these. You need. All right, fly away. It's like it's turning into a ninja star here. Okay, so I don't know how to smooth it back out since those pieces are easy to move. So it looks like we're going to do that twice. Maybe it'd be helpful if I use something to kind of stack these on first so they won't have so much giveaway. There we go. Okay, so we built 2 of those. And it appears that we're going to be doing something with 2 of these. We're going to put on top of this. So radar dish on top of a ring. And then we're going to put the ring on top of this. So I feel like we did that for nothing, I guess. I don't really know how to get the thing going on correctly. Okay, nope. I'm not sure how it should go in there. I guess, okay. All right, so those should line up. That's what I should be looking at. Oh my gosh, I gotta squeeze tight. Squeeze tight. I'm starting to get a cramp in my thumb. Why? Because I'm old. I'm gonna do this first then, because it seems like that would have been a better choice. This table is, underneath this table, it's like a foam core. So I was like, man, this table's getting pretty old, and it's not even made out of wood at all. It seems like it's just vinyl on top and then foam core on the bottom. I'm like, is there any wood in this table? It makes it light, but now that I kind of got it in a place where I'm going to keep it. Now the ones outside, that's a plastic that, can stand up against the weather. So that's why it's outside. All right, so we got this side done. Now we're flipping to this side, and we're going to put those discs on. Easier said than done. Let's see if I can get it to. There we go. Just got to line it up correctly. There we go. Okay. It's like some kind of hot rod or Okay. Trying to see, like, it looks like a snail. Yeah, that's what it looks like, a snail, the turbo of the snail. We're building another one of those things, except it's on the bottom, one of these things. Now this one we use one of the bottom smooth pieces. And this will go on the bottom part. Let's see, it covers up this part too. All right, and then the next thing we're gonna make some legs. We got the bottom cap. We're gonna do this twice because we need 2 of these with 8 little legs. I mean, I could figure out that's what we're pretty much doing because you got little legs here. We'll just put it out to the side for now. Wait a minute, I did something wrong. I was looking at step 12, but I was placing it where step number 13 was telling me to place it. Step 12 by itself. Oh no, these things are keeping it from going in there. There we go. Step 12 actually goes right there. Sorry about that. The next thing is why I was looking at that going, okay, we put it right there because these things together, they look like one piece. And I was, for some reason, my brain was like ADHD. Just thinking about the comic book I was reading earlier about from 1994 and thinking about all the things I was doing in 1994 going, I wish I can go back to 1994. But we can't go back, we can only go forward. Such a better time, such a simpler time. All right, so we got that. Now we're going to be building, it looks like a leg extension, so, or something. No, these are definitely the leg extensions. So what am I building? Oh, the pinchers for the front. Okay. So we got this and 2 of the rounder parts like this. Going right here. And opposing it. I'm going to get this down enough for you guys to see. Right here. And then it looks like there's 2 down pieces. Right here. And we gotta get one other one right here. And then we're gonna put on the 2 eyes for a spider, which we all know has 8 eyes. But this is a robot spider, so yeah. And now we're gonna put the pinchers on. And then before we can put it onto the body, we still got more to do. Let's see. The bottom of this, there's going to be 2 of these things using this and little black ones. Where are they at? Here, these things. So one goes one way. So like mandibles. My finger's not quite able to get it for some reason. It's like chasing it around. Stop it. Stop it. For the goodness of God. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it. I have Caleb playing in the background, of course. I tried to turn it down, but I can still hear it. I hope you guys don't hear it, so I won't get in trouble for copyright or whatever. All right, so we got this. Did I put it on correctly? Yeah, I did. Because it shows it being put on upside down, but it's like, I'm just looking at the box, and this is the way it goes. On the box, it's got the eyes light up. They don't light up. Nothing on here lights up. I don't even think there's no light piping to go from it to a pack if you put one of those light up packs inside of it. But I'm wondering if they would make these things like in a deluxe where it would have a light up set. Because if you put a clear block going through it, I guess it'd be like light piping. Here's where we build the 8 arms and legs, or whatever you can call it, 8 legs. And we put, yeah, it's all that's left is the legs. So it's going to be like rinse and repeat. We got 8 of these being used and 8 of these, which goes right here. And then, so repeating that over and over again. And instead of putting it down and then bringing it back up again, I'm just going to go ahead and complete the whole thing. So this is step numbers 18 and 19 together. So instead of putting it down and then picking it back up and put these pieces on, just go ahead and do it all one time. So this is step 18 and 19. We got to do this 7 more times. So jump, dum, 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 dum. So what were you guys doing in the 90s? I was finishing up college and starting my life. Yep. So, good times indeed. I was much younger, much thinner, much more healthy. Still surfing, still exercising, still skateboarding, still rollerblading. I did all that stuff back then. Saturday Night Live was still good. I do miss the 90s. I miss the 80s and the 90s and the 70s. I don't miss anything after 2000. I think the world really did end at 2000 and we're just living in a nightmare right now. I don't know. It just seems like it's like, I mean, if you've ever, most of my viewers are my age or slightly younger. Just remember that was better times. And I don't think it was nostalgia. I think it just was better. I pretty much think that the internet ruined everything because before the internet, we actually talked to our neighbors. We actually, we didn't have the craziness we have nowadays. A while ago, like I said, I was waving at my neighbor. I guess it was my neighbors. There was somebody down there clearing off, like, not the light beside of me, but the lot, like, that way. The second lot that way, there was a bulldozer out there. I was like, what is that noise? It's like, it doesn't sound like, and my whole ground was vibrating. So I was like, it's not the guy building the bridge or working on the bridge. He's supposed to came back this morning and did some more stuff with it, like put gravel down. So I was like, I don't think it's that. It feels a lot closer. And when I was out there reading, I was like, oh, look, there he is. It is a bobcat. I think that's what they're called. And it was clearing the land. Don't know what it's going to do about the trees. So, and then there was some woman walking her dog, and at first I was like, oh, look, Joanna's back, and I waved, and she just looked at me like, what? And she turned around, and I was like, yes, you're afraid of a man sitting in his front yard reading actually at that time I was reading the Bible, and I was like, But you know what? These people watch, especially women, they watch all these crime movies, and they wonder, why am I having such nightmares? Well, I wonder why. I mean, you're watching all these nightmarish TV shows, you're going to have nightmares. That's why I don't watch all those things. I tried to watch one of those things one time. I was like, no, I can't do this. It's horrifying. I don't want to have those kind of thoughts in my head. And it's like, but you need to be prepared. Yeah, prepare for what? This is not an everyday occurrence. People don't just do this kind of stuff every day. That's in big cities. I mean, if I live in a big city, maybe I'd see it every day, but I doubt it. Even then. All right, so now we put the legs on. Probably should start with the middle, work my way out. Like there's pieces that are not quite smooth, but I guess this will smooth them out. Alrighty then. Okie dokie. So we got the legs going on. We got legs. We know how to use them. Yeah, maybe I should go from the back, 'cause it's like I can do this. And keep on going, keep on going. I know what you're thinking. That's a modern Disney movie. Not all modern Disney movies are bad. There's the ones in the last 5 years. All right, so we got, this is our spider, our techno spider dude. And it didn't take that long, actually. Oh my gosh, another 23 minutes? That's like the quickest I've ever made one of these things. And he's supposed to ride on it, but yeah, how? I don't know. He can't straddle that thing, so you can pretend like he's riding on it like this. But you're not going to get the picture on the box for two reasons. The arms do not have articulation like that. The arms can barely stay in. They wobble off too easily. It looks like they're like wobbly. I can't even get them to plug all the way in. You're not going to get the arms to do what they're doing on the thing. He can't bend them 90 degrees. I could probably get it to go up without making the arm pop off. And I do like the helmet though. But the helmet won't fit on a regular Lego character because these are backwards of what Legos are. Like they're going in on top instead of going out. And then this, trying to look for any Lego piece just to plug into it because these are all, everything's capped off. I guess this. So I guess maybe a Lego character would be like floating off of his head. I just put one up. Where's the, okay, hold on. Here he is. Here's the ninja dude. That's basically, this is a Lego bootleg, I would say, instead of a knockoff. This is a Lego knockoff. This is more bootleg because it looks just like a, so you could put on your Lego figure, but it won't go on correctly. And it was like, it just looks, it doesn't make sense. So, I mean, you know, you're sitting there thinking all the cool pieces you can use from this. It's true, but you really can't interuse them all the time, like these heads. All right, so there we go. And he doesn't have a place to sit down, but you can lay him down there. Now the spider has 8 legs that are fully articulated. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 points of articulation. The mandibles are articulated, the pinchers. So 3 times 8, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 28 points of articulation. No ball joints, unfortunately. Everything on here is hinge joints. I prefer ball joints personally, just because they're easier to work with. So this is a lot like the spider that I saw at for $12.99 at Walmart. At first, like, oh my gosh, look at all that. And I thought it was gonna be all ball joints. Like, oh, it was like this. It was hinges. So I was like, yeah, pass. If it was all ball joints, I would have grabbed it in a heartbeat, because I could definitely use that many ball joints. Well, since we're at the end, let's find out if these will fit him. And I swear those feet were not like the original ones. And the pants are obviously going to be too long, but we can cut them and stick them down in the boots or something. So let's just see if they're... These, I've noticed that these are thinner than Barbie clothes. If you buy the clothes at Dollar Tree, they seem to be a little bit too skinny for Barbie. But then again, maybe because Barbie is, you know, she's over 56 years old now. You know, you can't just maintain that size, that skinny little size forever. These are too skinny for his hips, unfortunately. Dang it. So I thought, you know, that material kind of looks like he's, you know, outer spacey. Doesn't look like something that you would wear except back in the 70s in the discotheque. Oh, man, these would have fit. This would have been perfect. Perfect. I could probably do, like, what's another way of saying blankless chaps? Like if I split it down the middle and then put them on as leggings, and then maybe put the shorts over it to kind of keep it from being... No, I don't. I think it's maybe it's not his hips that's not able to get up. It's just his calves are too big. Yeah, I know that feeling. Oh, well. That would have been perfect, though, because that was skinnier than the other ones. The other ones look too baggy, and these look too skinny. So, oh, well, I'll keep trying, because I'm trying to find, you know, some more clothing for him so he doesn't like some kind of... I don't even think in the 70s. I don't know. He ran around in his black underwear, which I was like, even as a kid, I was like, questionable. I don't know, you're like thinking, well, didn't Robin run his ring? Yes, I used to hate Robin. I used to think, why is he running around in his green little underwear? It's just creepy. They couldn't give him pants, really? Even when he's fighting Mr. Freeze, they should give him some pants at least. Give him some variety. Okay, so there we go. Oh, well, that didn't fit him. And let's do one more thing. So, and I got Aquaman here, because Aquaman's cool. Oh, what did I think this was? I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. I had the booklet with me. I think it's okay. I think it's either Duke Kaboom or the prince from Cinderella, I think. So let's see if I was right on either of those, because I felt like it had like a thing in the front. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I feel like it had that hairstyle. And the only other one I could think of would be Duke Kaboom. So I feel like it's one of those. If I'm wrong, I was right. It is the prince. So I was correct, because I felt like I felt the hair in the front, and the only 2 things I could tell that it could be, and I definitely still feel those whenever I'm up there. There's still one of those up there, because the only 2 that have that kind of hairstyle is Duke Kaboom and the prince. Don't these look like South Park characters? For some reason, they really look like South Park characters. I think the hair can come off. And maybe my brain's like thinking, I can make this into an articulated action figure. All right, so I did make a box for my Disney figures like this, and just anything that's random Disney until I can get enough of those video cassettes to start putting them in thematical things. There's some video cassettes that I don't think I'll ever have. All right, well, thanks for those who have joined me for today. Let me know in the comments if you pick these up, or if you look for these when you go to the dollar, the Five Below. 120 pieces for $5. If this was, you know, the whole 10 cents per piece, for Lego, it would be $12, you know, basically. But even then, Technic pieces, you know, you got to look at what you're getting here. So I feel like that's a lot less pieces than they normally put for these. It does feel like a smaller and quicker build. In the past, I feel like I've spent an hour trying to build these things, but this was pretty easy. That means it's probably got a lot less. But you be the judge. And I could probably look at, when I put this on the computer, probably like I could see the number. Because I always put down the information I put on the computer is how many pieces, the name of the character, which has no name now, the name of the thing, what's available in the series, and the SKU number, the date of purchase, things like that. I just try to keep up with everything, just so I won't buy the same thing twice, kind of thing. All right, thanks for watching. Have a